Hi, I've got an exercise that I would like you to copy down because we're going to work it in a minute. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let you copy. So stop the film, put it on pause, and copy the 7 sentences. Go. Okay, you've had a few minutes to copy the sentences, and now you need to figure out how you're going to put them into English. Well, the first thing I want to point out to you is you learn by analogy. You learn a new concept by practicing what you already have learned in a previous exercise, or by referring to what you've already learned in a previous exercise. Let's go back a little bit. We did some sentences not long ago that looked like this. And what we found out in this exercise is that when a blue word, has AE on the back, it's supposed to be the subject of the sentence. The girls are supposed to be doing something in this sentence. AE tells me subject. But we found out that when the word that has AE on it gets moved to the inside of the sentence, that you have another word out to the left so that the word that ends in AE is not at the beginning anymore, but it's inside. All of a sudden, this AE acquires a new meaning. This AE is going to be equal to the English word of. Well, the same thing is going on in this new exercise right here. If I look at number 1, amicus, marci, insiliua, ambulat. If I cover up the word amicus, and I look at marci, and I look at the information on my orange card that I made in the previous film, I find out that I remind myself that I tells me that if a word has I on the back of it, it's the subject, and it's plural. So this should be the subject of the sentence. Marcus should be walking somewhere. But like the previous exercise, when I pick my finger up and I find out that marci's been shoved inside the sentence, now this I no longer signifies the subject. The I is in fact signifying some new information. It's telling me to say of, because the word that has I on it is moved inside the sentence. When I translate this word marci into English, I'm going to move the word to the left of the word marci when I put it into the sentence. So number 1's going to say, the friend of Marcus is walking in the forest. So one more time. If I cover up amicus, marci's at the front of the sentence because I can't see amicus, I tells me that the word is functioning as a subject. But when I move this word ending in I inside the sentence, now this I takes on a new significance, and the I is equal to the word of. Of is equal to the ending I. It turns out this I is a singular ending. We're talking about just one boy here, Marcus, the friend of Marcus, just one boy. Well, I know what you're thinking. If there's an ending on the back of a word that tells me of, there must be an ending on the back of a word that tells me more than one person with of in front of it, of a group of people, of a bunch of people. So what you do is look down on the exercise and look at number 4. And before I go through the answer with you, if you look back at the previous exercise we did, we found out that the ending that tells me of plural in the blue family is ARUM. We learned in the previous exercise that ARUM says of the girls. So the question is, do we have an ending anywhere in this exercise that's going to tell me of plural in the orange color? So take a look at number 4. Do you see anything like ARUM? And hopefully your eyes focus on the second word, puer orum, ORUM. You're looking at that ending right there. And in fact, you're right. If I see ORUM, I'm going to write the word of above it, but this is a plural word, so I've got to make sure I put an S on puer when I translate it into English. When you translate this word into English, you're going to move the of to the left-hand side. So now in number 4, I have the friend of the boys. I can't get away with just boy. I've got to add the S because the O-R-U-M is plural. So I come up here and I write that bit of information down. If I see O-R-U-M on the back of a word, I'm going to say of, and I'm going to make the noun plural when I translate it into English. So basically what we've learned in this exercise is if you see I on the back of a word and that word's inside the sentence and not at the very front, but inside the sentence, you're going to write the word of above it and push the of to the left when you translate it. Of Marcus. If you see O-R-U-M, same thing. You're going to write of above the word, but the O-R-U-M tells me that this word is plural, so I'm going to put an S on the back of the corresponding English noun. That's all there is to it. If you see I or O-R-U-M, say of, and remember, it has to be inside the sentence. It can't be at the front. So go give these a shot, and we'll make a Dropbox for you, and you can send it to me on Moodle. Bye-bye.